If you're running Google Ads for your local service business, campaign structure is going to be incredibly important to cut down your cost per lead, boost up your conversion rate, and overall have a profitable campaign. So today what we're going to do is we're going to cover campaign structure at a really high level, some things you have to keep in mind, and how you generally want to structure your campaigns to just get a more profitable campaign. So if you're new here, my name is Chris. I cover all things Google Ads and local lead generation. So if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to like and subscribe, and let's just kind of jump right in and start talking about campaign structure. So I figured the best way is to kind of jump over to a slideshow that I made for the Google Ads course, which is over here on my YouTube. It's going to be linked down in the description below. But when it comes to campaign structure, you kind of need to understand how a Google Ads account is structured to understand kind of like the campaign structure, I guess you could say. So up at the high level, you have the campaign level. Underneath that, you have ad groups, which are these right here. So you got campaign, you got ad groups, and within each ad group, you have your keywords, you have your ads, and those ads point to landing pages. So at the campaign level, all the way up top, this is where you're going to set up your settings, your budget, all that kind of stuff. It doesn't really impact the campaign structure necessarily, but this is where you set up all the bigger stuff like bid strategy and all that. So underneath that, you have your ad groups. Now, I like to think about ad groups kind of like they are folders for organization. You're not really going to be, tweaking some kind of setting on the ad group level. I mean, you can technically, but ad groups for the most part are structural. They help give your campaign structure. And then within that, you have your keywords and your ads, your landing pages. Now, the important thing with ad groups is because they act as kind of like an organizational structure, you need to take your keywords and then group them into themes, and those themes are what make up your ad group. So you can see this kind of very simple example right here. In this kind of tree service example that I have, I've got a tree trimming ad group, I've got a tree removal ad group, and I've got a stump grinding ad group. Obviously, if we're running tree service Google Ads, you're gonna have more ad groups than this, but you can see here within that tree trimming ad group, you have tree trimming keywords, you have tree trimming ads, and then it goes to a tree trimming landing page. Now, obviously the landing page lives outside of Google Ads, but these two things are going to be within Google Ads. And then the same thing with tree removal. You don't start putting different keywords into different ad groups. You want to take your tree removal keywords, put them into the tree removal ad group, and then put your tree removal ads in the tree removal ad group. Same thing with stump grinding. So this whole idea is that you want to structure your campaigns with relevant keyword themes. You group those keywords into relevant ad groups, and then everything lines up throughout the ad group. Think of each one of these ad groups as kind of like funnels as they're visualized here. You just want everything to be relevant from start to finish. So when somebody goes to Google and they type in tree trimming near me or tree trimming in your location or whatever it might be, you need to show them an ad that is relevant to that search. And the way we target that search is with the keywords. And then we show them an ad that says, hey, you need tree trimming, we do tree trimming, and then you send them to a tree trimming landing page. So that at a really high level is how you want to structure your campaigns. And if I'm being honest, it doesn't get more complicated than that. If you understand this, you're going to be able to structure your campaigns to be a lot more successful and a lot more profitable in Google Ads. And really quickly, I'll jump back to this kind of live example that I had. This is a pool service client. You can see all the different ad groups that I have in this campaign. And each one of these ad groups, going back to the keyword idea, each one of these ad groups has themed keywords in each of these ad groups. So the main pool service ad group is just going to have pool service keywords. The Phoenix ad group is going to have things like pool service Phoenix, pool service in Phoenix, pool service company Phoenix, stuff like that. So all the geo ad groups are going to have geographical keywords. You got kind of the general pool service keywords, and then you're going to have things like pool pump repair. Those are only going to be keywords that are related to repairing a pool pump. So if you structure your campaign like this, obviously make it relevant to your industry and your service, you're going to have a lot better of a chance of having a profitable campaign and actually getting leads from it, where a lot of what I see, if I jump back over to that slideshow really quick, this is what I see a lot of the time, is I see people, they set up their campaign and then have one ad group with all their keywords, general ads going to like the homepage of their website. And if you do that, your ads completely lose that relevance. You don't have the relevance all the way through the funnel, because if you put all your keywords in here, and let's say, going back to this tree service example, if somebody searches for stump grinding and, there's a stump grinding keyword in here, so your ad shows, but the ad is really general and it says, hey, we're a tree service. And then for whatever reason, your website just covers a million different things and it talks about tree service and stump grinding and this and that. And then people got to like search for it. It's just not going to work. So you don't want to do this. You want to go ahead, you want to split it up into relevant keyword themes, group them into ad groups. And this is how, as the title might suggest, how you structure your campaigns to win when it comes to Google Ads and not just light money on fire and not drive any leads to your business. So that is Google Ads campaign structure at a pretty high level. Hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, a like and subscribe is always appreciated. If you are somebody who actually wants to DIY this yourself and you want to build the campaigns, you want to optimize them and manage it, in the description below, there's a link over to a free Google Ads course that you can check out. It is right here on the YouTube channel, so there's no email or cost or anything like that. So that is down there. If you are somebody who owns a local business and you want somebody to set up, build, and manage all of these Google Ads campaigns for you so you don't have to deal with it, there's also a link in the description below for that too. So that's it for this video. Again, if you found it helpful, a like and subscribe is always appreciated. In the meantime, hope you found some value in it and hope to see you in the next video. Thanks.